This is a tutorial on how to use the video analysis software. First thing you need to do is capture a video of a motion. Motions that work well are motions that occur in a plane, and you want that plane that the motion occurs in to be parallel to the plane of your phone. Notice in the picture, first of all, the phone is stationary, held on a tripod. You don't have to hold it on a tripod, but it can be very helpful to keep the phone perfectly stationary. The phone is positioned horizontally, and the screen of the phone is directly facing the white side of the house, which is a nice plain background so that the motion of the object can be seen clearly. Here is a side view in which you can see the phone on the left across to the white side of the house on the right where the motion is going to take place. The next thing that you need is something to set the scale. In this case, I have a ruler taped to the side of the house. I know the ruler is 12 inches long, and I can use that in the software to be able to set the scale, and I'll show you that later. If you don't have a ruler or a meter stick, you can use any object that you know the dimensions of to be able to set that scale. Make sure to place that object as close to the plane of the motion as you can and also parallel to that plane. In summary, here are the important things you need to do when you're setting up a video of a motion. Now record the video of your motion. Now it's time to take that video into the analysis software. Open up your physics course in Schoology. Down here in the software access downloads and instructions. So then we can access here. It does take you to a website. It is website based. It's not a software that you download to your device. Open it up. I have options here to analyze one of the videos they have loaded in. User manual, which has more extensive instructions, or import a video. We want to import the video we just shot. Here's the video that I want to analyze, so I'm going to open that in the software. So the video, simple video here, the dropping of a ball. Notice that I have extra video on the ends of it, so I'm going to move into just the portion where the motion is. And I can frame by frame advance until I get to that part where the motion starts. Right about there. Now we want to add points, and that's what is already triggered. So then I'm going to pick a spot on the ball that I can see, and I'm going to click. And each time I click, it frame advances. So now the ball is starting to move, and I will get some motion here. So I'm going to move my crosshairs each time. I'm hitting on the bottom of the ball in this case. This can take time to be precise, so I'm going to kind of accelerate the video right through this process. Now I have completed through clicking on the ball frame by frame. Notice my graphs appear over here to the side. If you shoot a video that has too many frames for you to do every frame, you can come down here to the settings and you can change how many frames you want it to advance each time you click. So now I'm ready to set the scale. So I'll come over here to the scale button, and we have the ruler there set right across our motion. I'm going to pull these points. So they precisely line up with the ends of my ruler. That ruler is 12 inches long. Converted to meters, that's 0.3048 meters. And so that sets the scale, which now retools all of my numbers over here on my graph into meters. I also have my frame of reference here. and I want to move that over here to the location of the beginning of the motion. And now we've got the ball starting at a position of 0. Now it's time to analyze the graphs over here. You can control what shows on the axes by turning on and off different things over here. If I only want the vertical position to show on the graph, I can click that. If I want to show velocities, so if I want to show the vertical position and the vertical velocity together, I can do that. I'm going to go just to the vertical velocity in this case. So we've got a reasonably diagonal line there, which makes sense. Constant gravity acceleration. I want to do a trend line, so I'll click on the graph tools here, and I want to apply a curve fit. It'll automatically go to a linear fit, but then I can also click and choose other different kinds of fits. That fit looks reasonably good. I'm going to apply that, and it gives me the equation there. So you've got access to many different graphing tools. You can change what you have on the axis. Say I want to model the position there. I can do that. That's not a straight line, so when I apply a curve fit, my linear does not look good. But based on our study of motion, I'm going to try a quadratic there. That's a very good fit, and it will allow you to move this up and down, but not over. So it does cover up some of the graph. You also have all of your data down here of all of your position and velocity values. If you want to watch what's going on, you can set it into replay mode. Now it does reset the video to the beginning, but as the ball is dropped, you will see the points on the graph appear over here and the track appear over there, and you can speed it up, slow it down, etc. Once you have a graph, I'm going to put our line back on here. If I want to download this graph to be able to use in a lab report, then I can go over to the File button, and I can export this graph. I just want the graph, and so then I'm going to save it as a PNG. I can also export the video and do different things. So it downloaded it then, and then I can take that into wherever I need that. If you do a file save as, recognize that it will save that file in the format that will be recognized by this software. So it's not a file you're going to be able to open up with anything besides this and perhaps Logger Pro. If you have more questions on how to use the software, open up that user manual. Ponder Physics.